And on that note, hello everybody and welcome to The Other Podcast. The Other Podcast? We've only got the one podcast. Yeah, the WCCF Tech Podcast, and where we're going to talk about, well, games and stuff like that. The first thing and the most important thing is that I was right. That's always the most important thing. I think I mentioned in the last one that Back for Blood was going to get delayed, and guess what? It's delayed. I'm really not that bothered if it's delayed or not. I don't like COVID gets everything delayed. We know that. So yeah, Left 4 Dead 10 with zombies or whatever it is for blood was always going to get delayed. It's just par for the course.
And now it's left
And
for
the other
another launch
topic,
date.
yeah, it was always going to happen.
Well, it's still this year for now.
Yeah, for now. But come on, we all know that 4 Dead Blood was always going to get delayed, and he's probably going to get another delay. So the actual topics, we're going to talk about the publisher rankings on Metacritic. Yeah, we know Metacritic's not really that useful, but it's how the critics see the games.
It's an aggregate. People can poo on it all they want to, but I mean, it aggregates scores from many different places, and it's a good way to get an idea.
Yeah. So that's going to be the first topic. Then we're going to talk about Microsoft trying to conquer the world. Their rumors are abound. Sorry?
They're just trying to buy the world.
Oh, yeah, they are. So they're looking at buying Discord, which means they'll probably end up shutting that down eventually. And we're going to talk about films and TV based on games, because it seems like nobody ever wanted to make a film or TV show based on a game, but now it's all the rage.
The Witcher did it, man. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So, publisher rankings. I've always been a fan of Sega, so seeing them at the top of the list. Last year's top ranked mid-tier publisher was Paradox Interactive. So, yeah, Paradox last year, Sega this year. Yeah, it works for me.
What pushed them up there?
Basically, they had Persona 5 Royale and the Yakuza 0, and both reviewed very, very well. They were not brand new titles, of course. They were releases, but then again, this is pretty much par for the course these days now. So it's actually the interesting tidbit is that the average Metascore was not as high as that of Annapurna Interactives, but
since
they basically Sega had two great games, that is to say, with 90 or higher Metascore, while Annapurna had none. So basically, in the total tally, they came out on top.
That makes sense.
And interestingly, there are some big publishers that are way down the list. I mean, for example, Bandai Namco is 38.
Wow.
Yeah, they didn't do well.
Also for Chris's happiness, Take-Two is 22. And Electronic Arts.
That's what happens when you just make gambling games.
And Electronic Arts is just above, so 21.
They're too high.
Is more because they just can't seem to do much. It's a weird one. The companies that I like, when you look at the average ratings, you sort of expect to see certain companies there. Calypso, they're most of their games, you can really look at them and think, yeah, that's a 7 out of 10. Again, the problem with video game reviews is people see a 7 out of 10 and they somehow think that the game has stabbed your relative.
Right.
So, we could get into review scores and how people don't understand them for a long time.
The one that gets me is the first parties, like the big guys.
Yeah, I mean, Sony in fourth, they've got so many good games that it doesn't surprise me. I mean, what will have been with Sony? You'll have had Ghost of Tsushima. Would that be in this one?
Actually,
No,
the
that was
interesting,
last year. So maybe it would be. They've got Spider-Man, Miles Morales. They've got Demon's Souls, Last
actually
of Us Part Two.
they had Ghost of Tsushima, Dreams, The Last of Us Part 2, and Demon Souls.
Yeah.
Although,
So
interestingly, for some reason, I haven't checked the Metascore, but I think Ghost of Tsushima didn't make a 90 Metascore, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But if that happened, I think it's probably very close. It would have put Sony even higher than fourth, probably ahead of Capcom. So
yeah, I think Capcom re-released Street Fighter about 5,000 times. So
Yeah, right. Yeah, it looks like
Then
Ghost of
again,
Tsushima got 83 on Metacritic.
yeah, to be fair, you can't. If you look at that, you can't really complain because again, you got Sega who released 2 Point Hospital. Again, that's
Yeah.
had that I think that's had about 5 releases.
What's really interesting
mean-
here is Microsoft being ahead of Nintendo.
Oh yeah, I mean it was not a great year for Nintendo. They only had Animal Crossing as a big game, so only that really. And that's interesting because in terms of hardware, they had one of the biggest years ever, like in terms of hardware sales.
Yeah.
They've been riding on their own coattails.
So
Also, Nintendo actually had 21 actual products or 21 distinct titles. And the only one that got technically a great rating is Animal Crossing.
yeah,
So I think the problem is you've got certain ones didn't seem to hit that high. So I can't remember something where you like control you've got like a little some weird tethered animal or something that fights for you. I can't remember what Nintendo games there are. I don't know. Nintendo's the Dave thing wherever he's gone.
But
Dave!
Chris, tell us how you feel about Activision Blizzard coming in at the 5th place.
It doesn't surprise me. Activision have always going to have those games that people buy. Again, Call of Duty, I reviewed it. I gave it 8 out of 10 because it is a genuine good game. And they've also,
Tony Hawk, they had
again, Tony Hawk, Crash Bandicoot 4, the Crash Bandicoot re-releases. And in fact, I'm looking at the page now. Activision Blizzard have got there through 15 scored products, but only 6 of them were actual distinct titles. So you're looking at Call of Duty, and then you've got like it's on every single platform. You're looking at Modern Warfare 2 Remaster on the different platforms. Warzone.
They're blasting it out.
Yeah, so they haven't actually released that many games, 6 of them, but it's because they've on every single platform.
But none of them hit the great game status.
Yeah, none of them hit great games. But then you look at Sega, they had 38 products, but 28 of them were distinct titles.
Yeah.
So again, none of them great, but they just released every single game ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear that especially, publishers with a lot of history, like 2 decades and more, they are really tapping into their portfolio now with releases.
I think the biggest sign of this is when Annapurna, they published some good indie games. They've had none of them that are classed as great, so none of them 90 or above, but they've got some really good games. So
yeah, what's interesting is that Annapurna is pretty much in the same position in the movies industry as well. They also make pretty good indie movies,
Do they?
It's called Annapurna Pictures.
Yeah.
So
Annapurna Pictures.
they're an interesting company, to say the least. They
Fair enough.
They do, film production, live theater production, television.
I've actually watched some of their games, their movies. Huh. Who knew? I think it's a lot of co-productions, so fair enough. Yeah, they've got some. Yeah, they're an interesting company. One I'm probably going to have to keep an eye on more.
Yeah. Now that I know they don't make slot machines. So
God.
No, that's Konami, sadly.
where are they at on this list? Where are they? Are they even on
I
it?
don't think they're on the list.
Good. That's what they get. Makes me happy.
I don't know when they last released a game. They will have released. Well, they released Pez, or they just with the add-on to Pez. Yeah.
But I think there have been some rumors about a new Silent Hill game. So hopefully we'll see if
God,
that.
I hope so. But I hope it's like the original idea where Sony like just borrowed the IP or something.
Oh man, they didn't release nothing.
I really don't want. I just don't want Konami to make a game. If they want, they just don't have good developers anymore. They've got rid of them all, and it doesn't help. I don't know if you're aware of how it works in Konami, but employees aren't even given their own, like, unless you're really super special, like Kojima was. You don't even get your own email address. You're just like Konami12378 at Konami.com. That's your employee email. That's how unprofessional it is. So yeah, I don't.
They're not
Unless
cool.
you're like PR, then obviously you need one.
Okay, so moving on from the publisher rankings, what do we have?
So we've got Microsoft. We've spoken about them in public. They did well in publisher rankings, but they're buying everything again. Or they're rumored to be buying everything. Discord this time.
Get ready for Microsoft Xcord.
I don't like this idea.
Actually, they already did some kind of integration with Discord and Xbox. Like you can, when you're on Xbox, you can basically see other people that are on Discord or something if you connect the accounts. So I think Discord has been growing very, very much. I think, especially this year with the pandemic, and it's really a lot of people use it, not just for gaming. So well, I think it could be a nice purchase for Microsoft. I mean, but they could use it for a number of ways. They could bring it to Xbox, to xCloud, even. I don't know.
I get the feeling that Microsoft's trying to jump on Discord because it's the biggest. It's now the biggest. Like you used to find TeamSpeak and Ventrilo. Discord's by far the biggest, and I get the feeling that because Microsoft failed in streaming, it closed Mixer because Amazon had bought Twitch. I get the feeling Microsoft are thinking, we'll buy Discord, so then we've got the voice communication side of things, whereas because they couldn't keep up on the streaming side of things, I don't
call
think
it
it's going to
XCOM.
XCOM. That's what that would work.
I think they want to get their name on, like seriously, like just take the Discord name off and put Microsoft's name on it. I think I could see them putting their, because everybody's got a Discord now. Everybody has a Discord channel. Everybody's got, groups. That's where all of these streamers, like you said, streamers, YouTubers, they all have, there's Reddit for that, but then there's groups, and they go to Discord, and if you can put your brand in front of them, sometimes that's all you need it for.
Even with my group of D&D players, we play remotely, of course. It's the pandemic, and since Roll20 doesn't always work that well in terms of audio, while we use Discord. So that's just a little example.
I mean, how many video streams can you have on Discord? Like people in a group with cameras going and hanging out.
I think everybody.
I don't know what the limit is. So
also even the preview events that publishers are doing these days remotely with the press are organized through Discord.
So the maximum user for Discord for camera is 25 people.
That's what I thought. See, Microsoft also, and I know this just from my day job, is a lot of things in Discord are very similar to what Microsoft has going in Teams. Their Microsoft Teams programs, very useful. Yeah, I'd say a way to kind of take ideas across platform, because Discord we use it here at the site. I mean, it's got great features, and I mean, Microsoft may be in a position where it's easier just to buy it than it is to build it.
Yeah. My only concern would be then
what do they do with it?
Yeah, what they'll do with it? How would they monetize it? Because they're not gonna. They closed Mixer because he wasn't keeping up with the growth of Twitch. That's fair enough. But same as everything, they want to make money somewhere. They're not doing it out of charity.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends if they can see a way that it will further their overall agenda with the Game Pass and with xCloud and stuff like that, then they can even take the loss, and if it suits them, their plan.
Like I say, could it, like he says, even merge it with Teams or learn from that sort of thing.
It may not even be. We think about it from the big picture, like the overall thing. It may be something with the communication on the back end that Microsoft wants. Maybe they get it and they don't do anything with Discord, but take things out of Discord and put in their business class stuff like Teams, because Teams video share is not as good as Discord is. So if they can find if they can buy it, let Discord continue operating, but what they really wanted was the guts out of it to use somewhere else.
Yeah, just essentially utilize the technology.
Yeah, you let it just keep existing as it is, but you put your name on it. Maybe they rebrand it from Discord. Maybe the little controller face thing is now the Xbox logo.
Yeah.
Things like that, of course, but maybe they don't do anything with it other than that. I hope.
I suppose it depends if Discord's profitable.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It may not even have to be profitable.
Yeah. I mean, for now, because they might want to sell because of that if they're not profitable, but I know it's valued very high, Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying about 10 billion.
What?
Yeah. So what we need to do, guys, we're wasting time talking to the audience. We need to develop something that already exists in the world and then make people want to use it, and then we sell it for $10 billion, and then we're done. Sound good?
Oh my god.
All right, podcast over.
Don't give me 10 billion.
Chris is stunned.
Chris, if they give me 10 billion, I'll hire you to come mow my lawn. I'll give you $1 million a year.
Yeah, that would.
I want you to do it with scissors.
Yeah, it's just going to be interesting, and then be interesting. It's only rumors for now, but if Microsoft aren't doing bad things yet, I don't like that. We obviously know that Elder Scrolls is now going to be exclusive, so but Discord is primarily a PC thing, so I don't need to worry about that. It's not like Sony's ever used Discord.
Yeah.
But anything anybody else has got to say about the Discords and the Microsofts?
Not about Discord, but there is another rumor for Microsoft about Game Pass possibly getting Ubisoft Plus as well, on top of EA Play, which it got a few months ago. The thing is that EA Play is only $5, and Ubisoft Plus is $15 per month. So the rumor also says, it could be that it's not free like EA Play, but maybe you have to pay an add-on price if you also want to get all of Ubisoft's games.
Games Pass is going tiered.
What would be okay? So here's the interesting thing, that let's say they do that. What is a comfortable amount you think is a fair ask? You think they should ask the full 15 for access through, or what?
Nah, maybe five more.
I don't think Ubisoft to drop $10. Maybe 10 more.
I wonder if it's going to be like a multi-tiered thing. So like, you could pay like $5 a month for X amount of access, kind of thing. I don't know. It's an interesting one, because like I for my TV, like, so we cut the cord years and years ago, and we use Sling. We've been using Sling TV since probably 5 years ago, and that's what we liked about Sling. Like, you get the basic package, which is all the channels and stuff, but they do have like other people will come in and they're like, hey, we'll offer our channel if you want to buy it. It's not going to be part of the thing, but you can pay up for it. So like HBO, we'll use HBO as an example, HBO, Showtime, all of those, but they're the same price as they would be anywhere else. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're like, you can bundle it here. They'll probably give you a discount for bundling, but it wouldn't surprise me if Uplay Plus or Ubisoft Connect Plus or whatever they're calling it this week isn't full price. But I could also see them giving you like a almost like a timed access, maybe some way to entice you to come over there and try it out.
Yeah, so like including 5 hours of whatever Ubisoft game, and then after that you've got to play it,
or even like a limited catalog, like stuff that nobody's actually going to want to play.
Yeah,
a rotating catalog or something.
EA Play, there is actually also a $15 tier, which is EA Play Pro.
Yep.
Yeah,
and this has all the latest games, but Microsoft only got the EA Play tier. Now with Ubisoft Plus, there is no $5 tier yet, but maybe Microsoft can talk them into adding one. Say like, maybe just pick some older titles instead of all of them, and make it cheaper tier.
Yeah, so games like Beyond Good and Evil, Splinter Cell. What's that other one? Assassin's Creed.
Like even up to Odyssey, I think. Or everything that's just
the Division, like the first Division base game, or maybe they do like that. The games where they have like expansions, you get the base game, you get access to the base game, but then you can buy the expansions. The expansions aren't free.
Yeah, that's true, because with Ubisoft Plus you do get all of the DLCs.
Yeah. So maybe that's their compromise. You get access to all the base games, which would be great, because I mean, like, I had gotten Assassin's Creed Odyssey with a video card years ago, and once I finished playing through the main game, I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy the expansions, and I bought all the expansions. So now, then you run into the question. So you bought the expansion, or no, you would pay the premium tier to have access to the expansions and everything. So,
yeah. So then you wouldn't be buying them. Yeah.
So
maybe that's. Then there's microtransactions.
I mean, they've got those too. They would definitely not be giving you the free time savers.
Time saving mechanics.
Yes, you wouldn't get the free time saving mechanics. You know what? Ubisoft's the kind of company that would go in there and intentionally make the games even harder on the free tier, so that you have to buy the stuff to even get through it.
Ubisoft were 14th in the game publisher rankings. Quelle surprise.
Valhalla did it for him.
Got it's going to be an interesting one. I think I don't. Microsoft are trying to bring everything into Game Pass, but there's going to be a point where it's not worth it
for the publisher.
It depends how much they're paying.
Yeah. Well, you know how they do the payout, right?
Depends on if people download or use that other side of things.
It's the percentage of time that user spends using. Yeah. So, I mean, it has potential, but I mean, we've seen people go in and out of Game Pass. Like, if you see a developer pulling their game out of it, it's because it clearly wasn't making it. Either wasn't making them enough money, or they felt like they got enough people to play it to where they could pull the game, and the people would just buy the game to keep access to it.
Yeah.
So,
it's
a game.
Just yesterday, they announced over 20 new idiot Xbox games coming to Game Pass. So so yeah, it's really getting big.
Why?
In terms of library,
so, making it hard for me to spend money on games because I feel like if I just wait long enough, it'll show up on Game Pass. And so far, it's kind of been true.
Yeah.
So
there is that, for example, that co-op action RPG game, The Ascent, which is looking very, very good. And it was shown again yesterday at the Twitch showcase, and that's going to be available on day one on console, PC, and cloud on Game Pass. So
I mean, Star Wars Squadron showed up, and I'd been wanting to play it, and it's like, oh, there it is. Cool. I can play that. So,
yeah.
And Halo, when that comes up.
When
eventually, one day.
I don't know, but
when are they gonna do movies?
I don't really have anything else to say about Microsoft and the games passings.
Yeah, let's hit on that last topic real quick. There's a go. I kind of want to talk about that one.
I suppose Microsoft does have a part in that because there's plans of a Minecraft movie, but essentially we're just talking about video games, films, and TV. Nobody wanted to make them for a long time, and now everybody's making them.
How much of that do you think is from the success of The Witcher? Because it was not Monster Hunter. It was not the success of Monster Hunter that's gotten this going.
I mind Monster Hunter.
Was it good? I haven't gotten to see it. I just saw that it came out. Hold on. We talked about this earlier. Good or entertaining? I keep forgetting. Was it entertaining?
Yeah, it's entertaining enough.
I'm not watching it then.
I like cheesy.
You hesitated way too long.
It's a weird one. I enjoyed it enough, but I enjoy cheesy stuff. But at the same time, it slightly irritated me in the fact that why has Monster Hunter got shitloads of machine guns and army soldiers?
It looks like they just wanted to make a movie with big monsters, and yeah. Speaking of which, movies, big monsters. I know it's totally unrelated to video games, but real quick, I need to have everybody's answer: King Kong or Godzilla?
King Kong.
Godzilla.
Yeah, Godzilla. We already know they're going to team up, and it's going to be Mecha Godzilla. So I mean,
I think he's going to be King Kong Godzilla versus.
Usually, Godzilla isn't the bad guy, right?
Yeah. Usually, I'm sorry. I'm just really hyped to watch it here in a few days.
King Kong and Godzilla versus
Mothra.
No, not Mothra.
Mothra.
God. Yeah. No, King Kong and Godzilla versus Donkey Kong.
Oh dear Lord. But speaking of video game movies, is it too soon to reboot Resident Evil?
No.
They are doing it.
Yeah, it's coming out shortly. It just kind of hit me. They're like, this year. And I was like, really? Didn't it?
It's not too soon to reboot it because I enjoyed the first Resident Evil film. I did enjoy it, but they've messed it up way too much. It's really not done.
Do we know anything about the new one? Are they legitimately going to try and follow the absolutely convoluted and wonderful game story?
Recently, they did say, the title is Welcome to Raccoon City. It's basically a mashup of the first and the second in terms of plot.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, which is fine
70%
because you can do that
They
with
take
those.
place at the same time, don't they?
Pretty close.
And
I mean, the
also-
second game, Claire's looking for her brother. You know, Chris was in the Arklay Mountains. It was all pretty close
Yeah,
to the same timeline.
the cast is pretty good. I mean, there is Kaya Scodelario as Claire Redfield, Robbie Amell as Chris Redfield, also Anna John Kamen as Jill Valentine. Also, there is Neil McDonough as William Birkin.
Oh,
So the
I like-
cast is pretty good. So we'll see.
I really do like Neil McDonough. He was fantastic in Band of Brothers and in Arrow. And
I'll go
in-
see it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm excited for
Oh,
it.
yeah,
So, you know,
I like horror films anyway, so that's a definite for me. I think it's a weird one because they're also making a Resident Evil TV show.
they are, but it's kind of a whole. It's far enough removed.
It's in space or something.
Yeah, I think the film is maybe more in line with what we think of Resident Evil when from the games.
Resident Evil, the show's going to be essentially like The Walking Dead or whatever. I don't know.
Except as long as it doesn't
kids
last
just
too
go
long.
back to the aftermath or some
So-
shit like that.
Is The Walking Dead still on air?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know. I lost him. I haven't even watched the last 2 seasons.
I thought it went off air. I'm not gonna lie. I quit watching it a long time ago, and it was
the thing that
yeah.
I think the thing that interests me is the. Sorry, I'm burping.
oh Lord.
They're making like a apparently they're making a Vampire TV series.
You mean the
that-
game that kind of flopped?
Well, it didn't flop. It did well enough. It's one of those where I actually enjoyed the world. I see. I want them to make like a Call of, even though it's going through so much turmoil, the Sinking City. That would make such a good TV series setting.
Yeah. No,
So things like that. They're making shows based on that. I think they're making a Brothers in Arms TV series, which to me sounds
that's
like
another
it could
military.
try and make Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
And then you've got films which have been announced, like Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. Sign me up for that one.
Now I'm signed up for that because again, it's made by the same guys who make John Wick. So yeah, please.
Right.
I mean, Ghost of Tsushima was basically itself, inspired by samurai movies. So it's
the other thing, like some things that have been mentioned, like again, a Detective Pikachu sequel. Yes, please, any second now. And Sonic the Hedgehog, it did so well, and it really did well, and I enjoyed it. They're making a Sonic the Hedgehog 2 film.
Very nice.
And you know what? Jim Carrey looked weird, and he's always good. They
I
changed
love that
Sonic.
movie.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And you know what else I'm looking forward to? The
What's
Mortal Kombat film.
Yes.
That's soon. In a few
Yeah,
weeks.
in about 3 weeks' time,
Yes.
or 2.5 weeks.
I too.
Yeah,
I too.
That looks good. So yeah, there is a bunch
I mean,
of great.
Is it going to be as good as the original Mortal Kombat with Christopher Lambert as Raiden?
I don't know. I love those. But again, you gotta love the lore. You gotta love what it is, and you gotta.
I think the thing is, though, the original one was good. Annihilation wasn't so much, but obviously they're rebooting it. I think, are they going to go the series? I don't actually know anything about the new one, just who's in it. I don't know if they're going to go the cheesy route like the original, or did the original try and be cheesy? I can't remember.
I don't think it tried to.
But like
it ended up that way, but
yeah, but he was good because of that. So yeah.
No, I'm wondering.
Go on.
It's been a while since we heard about the Metal Gear Solid movie. That's one I'm quite happy about. So I hope it's still being made, and not.
It's one of those. It's going to be interesting to see what gets made. Again, Metal Gear's so big that they're probably going to do it. So
Yeah,
again,
I would be more surprised if they didn't.
It was only about 3 months ago that they did mention that, like, the script's been done. I think it was towards the end of last year. They mentioned the script was done and they're going to be casting people.
Yeah,
so
and the director is Jordan Vogt Roberts, who made the last King of Kong movies as well. So it's
fair enough.
It's pretty good. Also, he's quite a gaming fan, so he should be acquainted with the source material.
Yeah.
So
for me, I'm looking forward to Mortal Kombat. Uncharted. The games are just average, but it should be a good spectacle. You've got Resident Evil, and it's. See, I even enjoyed Tomb Raider. So Tomb Raider 2, it did well enough to video game films, and now getting good, and that's the main thing. And
Yes, sir.
maybe we can thank The Witcher for it. There are films that have done well, so it's time.
I think Borderlands movie will be interesting as well. They have Kate Blanchett, so it's not.
Yeah, well, I don't think I've really got much else to say. There's a lot but you could be looking 3, 4, 5 years down the line.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. But yeah, in fact, my final note is they announced a Yakuza film. I mean, there's already been one, a Japanese one, but come on, Kazuma Kiryu.
Yeah, they did announce it. I think in September last year.
Yeah, that's me done. But yeah, and anything from you, Keith?
No, I think we're in a good spot. I said all I had to say. I think that's where I stand on most things.
Give Monster Hunter a watch and tell me what you think.
I'll give it a go.
Kate, give me a ranking from 1 to 10 for how excited you are about the Switch Pro with Lovelace GPU.
Probably a 6, only because very few confirmations on it. Otherwise, I think the technology is going to be really exciting and it's needed. I just hope they don't focus on the hardware more than the development of it, if that makes sense.
Do you think Lovelace will have some kind of even more advanced DLSS like 3.0? Even
I don't. I think what we're going to see is advancements in the software side of it. I think we'll see better, if more efficient tensor cores, but I don't know that the cores themselves are going to do the magic as much as the development will.
Because in the handheld side of the Switch, I think we'll still have games running at low resolution.
Yeah.
So it will really take, I think, the ultra performance setting of DLSS to push them to 4K when.
Oh yeah. Oh, for certain. I think it'll still run at its native mobile resolution. It'll just use DLSS to push it up. So when it's docked, so we'll see.
Yep, I think that's everything then. Unless anybody's got anything to quickly add.
I don't think so.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, everybody, and no doubt we will see you soon. You'll get to look at my beautiful face in the future.
Unless you're on audio.
Also, vaccine side effects.
Later, guys.
See you a bit.